Week 8 pickup. YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with Week 8 pick. I'm just picking every game every single week with the boys. I got the boys here. Don't worry. We got extra content available if you want more score predictions from the current leader. He's only leading by one, though. Just so
still a leader.
And if you sign up for that tier to get score predictions every week, you get playoff predictions and updated NFL mock drafts. All that every single week. Patreon.com/thegoathouse. Link in the description. There's the leaderboard. Junior's still on top, but it's a 1-point lead.
Feeling the heat.
I'm catching you. You better be. And then Pigskin with 59, Danny with 54, and Airborne Allen remains the leader of the Goat House League with 70, beating you by 4 right now. He's looking like a big man.
Well, can we put an asterisk next to his name there? He still has yet to send us in his urine sample.
Yeah. I bet you it's diluted.
100% diluted.
We're gonna have to disqualify him.
But we gotta make it clear it's a random
drug test.
But
Airborne
Allen was the random.
And he just happens to
randomly
be at the top.
Yeah. We're trying to get to that 40K subscriber goal by the end of the year. We're getting close. Appreciate you guys very much. If you can subscribe, full NFL content. We do score predictions as well, picks against the spread every week. So you can check that out. Recaps, power rankings as well. Click that like button. Don't forget the first game of the week, Thursday Night Football. It's a good one. Redskins at Vikings. Anybody want to start? Or I usually start with the Vikings games.
Well, you like that, right?
You like that?
You like that?
Oh yeah,
it's the return.
Revenge game.
I do like that. I'm gonna take my Vikings here. I think it could. I saw the line. What was it, around 16 and a half? I think it could. Yeah, I think it would be closer than that. Even though this is a game the Vikings definitely should win, it's still they're gonna answer some questions here because as long as I've been a Vikings fan, they always struggle on prime time, and Kirk Cousins, as long as he's been playing, he's been struggling on prime time. So hopefully they can figure it out here. You know, them being at home, they should have no problem. Thielen, they were saying he was very unlikely to play. Now they're starting to say he could play. I think that's BS. I think they're trying to throw off the Redskins game plan because
Are you serious? You're trying to throw off the Redskins?
it's trying to win every week, no matter who they play.
Yeah, but you
mental
don't.
games.
I
don't
think
need
if
Thielen.
Thielen didn't play going into the Lions game, the Lions knew that the whole week. I think the Lions would have won. You know, because Diggs was able to get open because it wasn't part of the game plan. If you can game plan to just cover Diggs, because they don't have much else.
You're talking about the Lions defense compared to the Redskins defense.
Well, I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying if it's a lot easier if you going in if you know that Thielen's not playing, you can game plan for Diggs and. I mean, Dalvin Cook would probably still beat them. But
well, I think you hit the nail right on the head.
You think?
You mentioned the fact that you have. Wait a minute. You said, Kirk Cousins in a primetime game. It's the Vikings in a primetime game. But it is the Washington Redskins, so I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings in an ass beating.
Give me the Vikings as well.
Thursday night ass beating.
They don't cover the spread, but they beat them. It's a commanding victory.
They might. They just might.
Commanding.
Pete, you're going with the Redskins? Is that what you said?
Oh no, we're gonna have a Goat House guarantee.
I did want to say one thing. Kirk's been on fire lately, so
I don't know what's gotten him.
Ever since that Bears game.
And good for the kid.
Yeah,
good for the kid.
Ever since Thielen and Diggs yelled at him after the Bears game.
You know, I know we're not in the Bears right now. We're on the Bears. Well, we're kind of on the Bears topic, but
we'll get there.
Mitch needs to have the attitude that Kirk had after that game.
Yeah,
that's what Mitch needs to have. But we'll get there.
Somebody needs to piss him off real good.
Seriously,
you just needed a good yelling.
No,
you just needed a good.
I'll do it
real good.
I'll do it.
All right, we'll get there.
All right, so all 4 of us for the Vikings. These primetime games haven't been the greatest, so wait till Monday night.
Monday night's
this past Monday. That was something.
Seahawks and Falcons.
Go ahead.
Boy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. There's a lot of games like this I think we'll all agree on, but then there's some real tough games. So all of us going with the Seahawks, I guess, is what we're getting at here,
That's
right?
the fact, Jack.
All right. Whoa. But we don't even. That's I guess the flaw of doing this early in the week on Tuesday night. We don't really know if Matt Ryan's playing. I don't think
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter for Junior. I don't think it would matter for me either. The Seahawks are the better team. Falcons are starting to trade some guys. They may trade some more guys. We cover trades, by the way, here at the Goat House, all of them.
Maybe Mohamed Sanu was the problem this entire time.
Yeah, maybe they're fixed. They're cured.
Got a better arm than Matt Ryan.
They didn't have the worst defense I've ever seen.
He would have been the quarterback this week.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Sanu would have been the quarterback.
Would have been, yeah.
Their emergency quarterback.
That would have been something special.
Yeah. It sounds like Matt Ryan could play, but again, I don't think it matters. Seahawks had a disappointing game against the Ravens, and they bounced back. They'll have no problems on offense, that is for sure. And they just traded for Quandre Diggs from the Lions safety, so that can beef up their secondary a little bit. but all 4 of us are the Seahawks. So a little boring to start. All 4 of us are both the same team in both games here. Eagles and Bills, this should be a good one. I'd like to start off by saying the Eagles blew it. I was 100% on Eagles games, and then unfortunately I picked them to beat the Cowboys, and boy was I off on that one. So now I don't know what to make of the Eagles. I'm a little bit pissed at them right now.
Do you think that's worse, or retracting your pick and switching it?
Well, I switched 2 of my picks this year, so I don't want to talk about it.
I was Cowboys all the way until you guys told me about Doug Peterson. You guys really...
Yeah, that guy was confident.
Yeah. You guys snaked me.
Blew up right in his face.
Yeah, it did.
Anybody want to go?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take the home team here.
Taking the home team.
I think if the Eagles are home here, I would be picking them. I think this game is going to be a tight game. Not squeaker status, but tight game. And,
I think it's going to be a tight one.
So I'm going to have to go with the more complete defense. I'm going to say, and the home team.
Okay, but let me tell you something. This is where I tie you, all right? This is where I tie you.
No.
I'm taking Eagles here.
No.
It's a toss-up. It's a good game. The Eagles let me down last time. I'm not sold on the Bills yet. I like their defense. I think the Eagles get a little bit of offense going here. But here's the difference. The Eagles struggled defensively all year, but mainly the last 2 weeks against the Cowboys and the Vikings. That was their biggest losses this year. But those teams... For the Eagles, they don't know what the Cowboys and the Vikings were throwing at them. You know, they don't know if they're running to Dalvin Cook, running to Ezekiel Elliott, or throwing the ball downfield. The Bills, they don't have too much of an identity on offense right now. Yeah, they can throw. Josh Allen has an arm. They're obviously in the lower end of the running game. The Eagles, even though they're thin in the secondary, they're going to have a plan for this one. I think they'll be able to score enough points. See the Bills struggle even against some average to below average teams, I'll be honest. It'll be a good game. The Bills' defense is key. Josh Allen taking care of the ball is even more key. I like the Eagles in a tight one here.
Squeaker status?
Oh man, no squeaker here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here.
It will be a squeaker, but it's
lock
not my
this
one and
in
only.
as my squeaker of the week. Taking the Eagles in the squeaker.
Okay.
I really want to take the Bills, but I just...
Well, then take the Bills.
Take them.
No, I'm gonna... You're 87% of the year with these Eagle picks.
So I think that's right, actually, isn't it?
What is that? Would be 7 out of 8, right? Yeah. So
way to crunch the numbers.
87%. You know, I've gotten a few B pluses in math before, so taking the Eagles.
Okay, I'm going with the Eagles as well.
Yikes.
Hoping they bounce back. Yeah, you're
the
by
road.
yourself.
On the
Yeah,
road.
I know. It's gonna be a tight one, like everyone's saying.
Maybe the two craziest fan bases going at each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't know. Yeah, just
Squeaker status, Pete?
Danny already used it on this one. I was gonna use it on this one actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We need to keep track of these squeaker points.
Yeah, we don't even keep track. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, but when you know, you know.
All right. Well, okay.
Well, okay.
3 of us for the Eagles. The leader, Junior, for the Bills. That should be interesting. You've won quite a few of those ones where you've been by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good news for Bills fans. But the bad news is
but
3.
not 87% of the time.
That's true.
That's true.
That's not 87%. The Chargers and the Bears. One of the Bears guys start us off.
All right,
here.
let me take you through a roller coaster of emotions here. I was at the game. I was at the game last week. I left probably midway through the fourth quarter. I was disgusted, absolutely disgusted. Threw up in my mouth a couple times, spitting on the stadium as I was leaving. Very, very upset with everything. I got home, sent my buddy Pete a Snapchat of me taking my Trubisky jersey, throwing it directly on the ground. I am taking the Bears this week, though.
He's taking the Bears, ladies and gentlemen.
They need to make a lot. They need to make a lot of changes, though. They need to have a actual game plan rather than just calling plays. I don't know what kind of play calling that they've been doing, but it's been horrendous. Mitch, you need to figure it out and figure it out fast, because there's so many times he has the. I mean, granted, a lot of his completions last week were all checkdowns. I think he had a couple, maybe 1 or 2 relatively deep balls, but in general, there's a lot of missed balls that. There's the RPO play that they had. He had 2 slot receivers wide open. He's trying to bomb it deep when you could have just dinked and dunked and got a 20-yard game on there. So I'm pissed off, as you can tell. But they need to figure it out, and I think this is the game to do it. They are at home, so I'm giving the advantage to the home team, not because it's my Bears. Boom.
Well, I'm picking them because they are my Bears. But let me get into this. Danny touched on a lot of it, but as much as Trubisky's play has been a problem, it's not. I would
it's
not.
Not all on him.
I'm not throwing it all on him. Yes, he's been playing terribly, but the play calling's bad. But I think if I have to choose out of those, it's definitely his gameplay because there's people open and he's just missing them.
Oh, he
absolutely missing them. And when it comes to the play calling, they have to stop running these one-read plays. These one-read plays, if his guy's not open, Trubisky panics every single time.
I was going through some of the. He definitely he gets happy feet and he panics, but he's going through his progression. You can see him.
What progressions? It's literally if he's not open,
as soon as he gets the ball in his hand, he's looking to the right and then immediately looking like to where there's a safe throw, and that's what his downfall. He's not letting people get open. He's just. I think he's going through his progressions way too fast. If he is even going through his progressions, I think most of the time he's probably not. But when he does, he's going through them so fast that he panics. He doesn't know where to go with the ball.
I think this is a huge game in terms of
what
the Bears are going to do with them.
The offense is not going to win this game. It's going to be the defense that's going to win this game because the Chargers don't know what they're doing on offense. So yes, that's what I got.
What do you got, Pete?
This is a close one here. Not my squeaker though.
Yeah, this one I don't know who to pick, but it's still not gonna be my squeaker.
Yeah, that's kind of I'm feeling too. I'm gonna go with the Bears though at home. I think that's a big thing, and also.
Can you say something negative about my quarterback right now? Please?
Negative.
Yeah,
it's always positive.
We need to change something up. Say something negative. You said
say something negative.
Fire him up. Fire him up.
Yeah, fire him up.
He's listening right now.
Sucks.
Thank you. All right.
No, I don't know. He just I saw that play you're talking about, the RPO.
Yeah, it was the RPO.
I mean, he read it. He read it. He didn't give the ball to the running back. That's good. He read that right. But then he's got his receiver wide open. He looks at him. He's like, nope. And
Seeing it the first time, I thought it was like a botched play where he thought it was one person was supposed to do something else, and he just
looked right at him.
Yeah. I think the worst was probably the miss to Gabriel. He was wide open.
Oh, the post route.
Yeah, and he literally overthrew him by like 10 yards.
Yeah.
That one was the worst.
But yeah, noon game as well. I think that's kind of a big thing.
Noon.
It's Chargers are basically playing at 10 a.m. there.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hopefully, I don't.
I think that kind of throws those West Coast teams off a little bit. So, and the Chargers are really struggling. They just lost to the Titans, who aren't very good either.
Whoa, Tannehill.
This is a toss-up. I'm gonna be Lone Ranger over here. I'm gonna pick the Chargers. It's tough because it's away. It's in Chicago. And the thing that does scare me, the thing that could be the advantage for the Bears, is the pass rush, which we surprisingly haven't really seen much of recently. But Khalil Mack really can get after Phillip Rivers. Kind of like what we saw in the Steelers game. They got after Rivers, made some mistakes. That's what they need to happen. The Bears need turnovers on defense to win. That's kind of the sad thing right now. But I do think the Chargers offense can get moving. They move the ball. Even though they didn't score a whole bunch of points on the Titans, they moved the ball pretty well. And the Titans, I view as kind of a lockdown defense. So I think they can move the ball, and this is kind of like it's weird. I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Bears, but I'm definitely open to picking the Bears multiple times throughout the rest of the year. The Chargers, if they lose this game, I may be done picking the Chargers because if they lose this game, it's out of pure stupidity, I think, because it's obvious that Eckler is their best overall weapon. I know Keenan Allen's the best player on the offense, but Eckler is their best weapon. Good things happen when he's in. Bad things happen when he's not in. They have to see it now. If they don't see it, I'm trusting that they see it. If they don't see it now, there's a problem. Akeem Hicks being out is a bigger thing than people think, besides or outside of Chicago, I should say. Like people outside of Chicago don't realize how much of an impact Akeem Hicks is, him being out is. I think Eckler can have a big day running and catching the ball out of the backfield. I don't think they'll have a bunch of offense, the Chargers, but I think they'll have enough here. But another thing, I think Melvin Ingram will be back for the Chargers. He's been out for quite some time, and if you guys have been following us through some years, it's one of my favorite players in the NFL. He is the glue of the defense. So we'll see if Melvin Ingram's back. He's still questionable right now, so we'll see.
Could I try to change your mind real quick?
The
Bears are wearing the oranges.
That doesn't change my mind. I mean, the Bears could win. It's a toss-up game. If the Bears are home, they can get a ridiculous pass rush. But I think the Chargers have more offense than people think. I think they'll have even more offense with using Eckler the right way. And Rivers has not been good, but I trust Rivers definitely more than Trubisky. But at the same time, Nagy something could just, because now it's the time. Like, something has to change right now. Everybody knows it. He knows it. And that could change. But I also worry about what if he just runs the ball too much now? I also get worried
He's
about that.
He's not an idiot, though, right?
He's not an idiot.
There's a rumor that there's a players' meeting happening soon.
It already happened today.
It happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
Without the coaches?
Without the coaches.
I don't like that.
No, I like that. Players
like that
yell at you. You got to let them know.
Nagy was asking for it. He said we need team captains to step up and address something, and then he didn't tell the players to do it. He told the media, and then the players said, okay, we'll do that.
I like how he said that, but then Taylor Gabriel's the guy who set it up. You're not a team captain, buddy.
It doesn't matter.
No, I like that. I like a players only meeting, but
I will say one thing. As far as Mitch's play, he's on the same path as what he was early last year. I mean, take away the Tampa Bay game where he had 6 touchdown passes, but he's on the same trajectory. And he right around this time last year is when he started playing a lot better. I can see Mitch having a good game, but if he's not consistent, it's going to be a breakup between me and him.
You can throw the ball downfield on the Chargers, I think, but yeah, I mean you have to go out and do it. You have to go
run
out and
the
try
ball first. You
have to open up the throw, right?
Yes.
But we'll see how they. It's gonna be a good game, even though it's not like it's two teams that are struggling right now. It's gonna be a real good game.
I do want to say one thing. I know we're not on this team yet, but I don't like Saints fans anymore. Don't like them.
Okay.
There was some beef in the stands.
The Giants and the Lions. Lions a tough stretch recently with that Packers game. Then 2 division losses basically is what I'm getting at. On top of quite a few injuries. See Darius Slay go down. Kerryon Johnson now on the IR. So that is tough. The Giants a rough one against the Cardinals. So, I mean, does somebody bounce back? I mean, somebody will bounce back. Unless they tie. The Lions already tied. But who bounces back here? What does everyone got?
I'm going to go with the Lions here at home. They had a tough stretch, some good opponents. I think their record doesn't show how good of a team this is. I'm not saying they're anything special, but they're still a pretty solid team, so I'm going to go with the Lions here.
Yeah, I'm taking the home team as well. I don't know, better overall team, and I think that just kind of helps their chances of bouncing back.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Lions. It will be tough without Kerryon Johnson because you eliminate the run game. The Giants know the run game is pretty much eliminated, and the Giants have a solid run defense. Not sure what happened against Edmonds last week, but they can just basically plan for the pass, and that makes it harder on Stafford. But I still like Stafford and those receivers against this Giants secondary. Maybe closer than people think. I don't know what everyone else is thinking, but I think it could be somewhat of a close game.
I actually have here the Lions, but I'm going to change my mind. I think Kerryon Johnson being out is going to be a big loss for the Lions, and I think Saquon's going to have a day. I just made my mind up right there. I'm trying to gain some picks here. So
okay, fair. 3 of us for the Lions, 1 Danny for the Giants. We got our next game. We got the Buccaneers and the Titans. Go ahead and break it down. Pete, the Titans guy.
So I was
Danny Goda.
So I was done with the Titans for a while. That's what I said in the last video.
You're going to pick the Titans.
It's a 1-game stretch here. You wrote them.
I wrote them last week.
Look at you.
So you're going Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Titans at home here. I mean, I thought Tannehill played really well. I don't think it's going to keep happening.
When's the last time Mariota threw for over 300 yards?
He did it this year.
He did? Okay. I take that back. Never mind.
I don't know if he did it in Atlanta game, I think he did. But
there's no defense.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. It's like when I watch college games or college film, when I see somebody doing good and then I realize it's Texas Tech, I'm like, doesn't count anymore if it's their defense.
But, I mean, I just see a difference in being decisive with the ball, and that's what Vrabel's been kind of preaching is, I don't know, I think Mariota's just kind of broken right now, and he'll get his opportunity either, I don't know if it's going to be later this year or with another team next year, but Tannehill just looked a lot more decisive with the ball. Like he didn't hesitate at all. He just let it rip, and so it showed. Like he hit some tight window throws, and we have talent at receiver, and we weren't using it because Mariota was kind of afraid to throw it. So I think that's big time for them to get the offense going, especially against a Bucs team who can put up a lot of points. But yeah, I just have a feeling. I mean, Titans defense has been balling out. They haven't let up 21 points this year. They've been under 20 for every team. So,
well, okay.
That was a great breakdown.
I'm taking the Titans as well. I'm riding them hot hand. Danny Goda.
What's Junior got?
I'm taking the Tennessee Tannehills as well. Like Pete said, he was much more decisive. And to be honest, he's never really had the kind of weapons around him as he does now. So I think it's kind of unfair to compare him to what he was doing in Miami. But I don't know. Let's see if he can. This is the game. Pete said if he wins 2, he's a believer.
Yep.
So this is huge.
Guess what? Pete's not going to be a believer because he's not going to win.
Ooh.
I like the Bucs in this game. 1 week the Bucs looking really good. 1 week they're looking pretty bad. I like them to look pretty. I think a good game, but they'll look pretty good in this game. The bye will help. It'll help Arians. Will help Winston. The offense line. They need the rest. Shaq Barrett's still the sack leader. He's tied, but now he had the rest. And the Titans' offense line's been one of the worst on the season. I think Shaq Barrett can get some things going here. I know you can throw on this Bucs secondary, but I still don't really think Tannehill's gonna really. He'll be okay, but I don't think he's gonna take over. I do really like the Titans' defense, but no matter the defense, the Bucs are gonna score. Not meaning they're gonna score a lot. The question is, can the Titans keep up while the Bucs are bringing their pressure, against that Titans offense and Tannehill? So I like the Bucs in this one. This is gonna be interesting this week because we got me and Junior. I'm only 1 game down, and we got 3 different games already. And you're by yourself on, or do we have more? We got 3 different games. Yeah. You're by yourself on one. I'm by myself on the other 2. Interesting.
I think this is going to decide first place. Got a hot take.
Oh yeah, it is. We're on to the next game. Broncos and Colts. Ooh. Let me just start off by saying this would be a total Colts move to lose this game. I've seen them kind of, inconsistent. 1 week they look like maybe the best team in football, and 1 week a little off. This would kind of be that moment. And the Broncos are inconsistent too because we even seen games that they lost that they've looked good. And then whatever that was against the Chiefs was just terrible. But end of the day, in Indy, much better coaching staff, much better team. Colts.
I have 2 winners for this game.
You have 2?
I'm taking the Colts in the game, but I'm taking the Broncos for the fact that I have so many draft picks next year. Nice job, Broncos.
That's good. All right.
I'm going to go with the Colts here at home. Just the better team.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts. The Broncos didn't help their weapon situation. Let's be honest. They helped their draft situation, but not their weapon situation.
Yeah.
What do you think the Colts' record would be with Andrew Luck right now?
I don't want to think about it.
You don't want to think about it?
And they would have beat the Raiders. I mean, it was a bad defensive game, but I think they would have scored more points.
5-1, you're saying?
Honestly, no, they would have beat the Chargers week 1. I think they were more likely to beat the Chargers than the Raiders.
A lot of things can happen in week 1. We all know that.
Yeah. I mean, he probably wouldn't have played week 1
playing
if he
pretty
didn't
good.
retire.
Was he?
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, Andrew Luck wasn't. Yeah, so they still would have lost the Chargers game because he wouldn't have played. But, that's an interesting. It's interesting.
Andrew who?
Exactly. Brissett's the guy. Next game, Bengals and Rams.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm never picking them again.
Who, the Bengals?
Oh, yeah. It's not really tough on this one.
I mean, talk about catching a break. The Rams are really struggling, and they play the Falcons and now the Bengals. What a gift.
Bengals at home, too, so it's going to be an ass beating.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed. Lock it in.
Yep.
The Bengals could have won that Jags game. They had it. Dalton kind of just gave it away there. I mean, his offensive line ain't helping him. But, yeah, that team's – it's not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, the Rams get a gift, and they're scheduling their Falcons and Bengals at the perfect time to help things get turned around there. But, all right, we're quickly off that one. On to the Cardinals and the Saints. The Cardinals are red hot, but the Saints are also red hot, and the Saints are also a much better team. I'm going to take the Saints.
Cardinals have 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. And
Never
Saints, what is
really
it?
The Saints haven't lost with
I haven't really noticed that.
Yeah, but I think Drew Brees is playing.
I don't think so.
They're making this whole big push.
They're waiting to the bye.
That's what they should do, but I'm hearing a lot that he might play.
Does it matter?
And he wants to play. It doesn't matter, but if I'm them, wait till after the bye. There's no rush. You're winning ball games. So I'm going to take the Saints, but Cardinals have impressed.
Taking the Saints as well, even though I don't like their fans right now.
Yeah,
what happened exactly?
Give me over there.
Did they hurt you?
Just there was it got rowdy and a couple Saints fans got kicked out. We'll just leave it at that.
Rowdy with you?
Rowdy with everyone. It got
punches thrown.
Almost. It was getting to the point. I think there was another section where there was fights.
It was just shit
people
talk?
were cheering when people were getting pulled out. But yeah, a lot of shit talk.
Should have Kimbo sliced them.
Were they talking bad about your quarterback?
No, they were literally doing that "who dat" in people's ears. Like we're getting our ass kicked. Every Bears,
so just obnoxious.
Yeah, Bears fans were quiet, and they were just in people's ears yelling "who dat." And then there's just one broad with the most disgusting witch voice was doing it, and I oh my god, yeah. I tried to get a video of it, but phone failed me.
Were they talking about Tariq Cohen's height?
They were not.
Thank God.
All right, once again, all four of us for the Saints on this one. And we're on to the next game. We got the Jets and the Jags, which, depending on which Jets team shows up, this could be a good game here.
Which Darnold shows up.
I'd have to say that. I mean, it's probably not, but in my recent memory, that might be the worst quarterback performance that I can remember. That Darnold.
I can think of a Peterman performance that's pretty dang close.
Peterman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little different when you have like a franchise quarterback, like a top pick.
That's very
so much
true.
Expectations. There's still a lot of people, a lot of believers out there for some reason. I mean, I'm not going to doubt the man's future. He's still very young, but I never was a huge believer. But he played very well against the Cowboys. The team played very well against the Cowboys. This is going to be a defensive game. I still believe in the Jets defense. But I believe in the Jags defense against Darnold a little more, especially at home. So I'm gonna take the Jags. I have to say Leonard Fournette is playing pretty darn well, by the way. So I'm going to go with the Jags.
Yeah, I'm going to take the home team as well here. I don't know if I can pick the Jets in any capacity because I don't know what their deal is. Because like you said, it's different week to week. Which Darnold's going to show up, which offense is going to show up.
Would you say it's paranormal?
Which Gase is going to show up? How many smelling salts will he
Maybe
pound?
he didn't bring them. He needs
Maybe.
them. Did you see his post-game press conference?
I mean, he was mad about the...
He was mad.
I mean, he was just mad. I mean, that was... Yeah, that's...
He was just like, that was flat out terrible. We did nothing right.
The game dragged on, it felt like, too, and I'm sure it felt even worse for him.
Yeah, it went late.
It really...
Taking the Jags.
Yeah, so am I, actually, here, too.
All of us. Wow. I thought about the Jets in this one because I do like their defense. I think they can throw Minshew off. We've seen them throw Dak off even. I think really just being in Jacksonville kind of was a deciding factor for me, and I actually it's weird that I trust Minshew a little more than Darnold. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. You see how hard it is to draft quarterbacks when you look at it like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. You got to get lucky, basically.
Good game next.
Good game next. It is
the
game of the week. The Panthers and the Niners. Well, the Niners haven't lost. Well, to say both teams are hot. The Niners haven't lost, so they're red hot. The Panthers, ever since they went to Kyle Allen, they're hot. The defense, both these defenses, nobody predicted to be at the top. I've seen some people really ride the Niners in the preseason, but not too many people other than Panthers fans, really thought the Panthers defense would be this good. They have the most sacks in the NFL right now. The Niners are up there, and they have a ridiculous amount of pressures. This is going to be this is an even matchup, too. You compare these teams, they're like their strengths are in the same spot, their weaknesses are in the same spot. Not too many weaknesses, by the way. It's going to be a good game. I'll start it off, but
this is my squeaker.
You start it off then. It's your squeaker.
I'm going to go with the Niners here. Just because they're home. I think the bye week's going to kind of hurt the Panthers here.
Oh yeah.
Kind of slow their momentum. Might see Kyle Allen struggle against a good defense here, but again, it's my squeaker. I think it's gonna be a close game. McCaffrey's still he's my MVP right now, so I think he'll make it a close game. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Niners at home.
I think if the Panthers were home here, I would be very tempted and probably would take them. But I'm gonna take the Niners here. They're helping Jimmy G out. Added a new weapon as of today, actually, and I don't know. I think that it's going to be close. I wouldn't say squeaker status. This is going to be close.
Go ahead, Riz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. It's a great game. Great game. I'm trying to decide if it's my squeaker. It's this game and another game, and I'm gonna take the Niners though. Both good pass rushes, but the Niners, any pass rush really hasn't fazed them. I know they have some injuries, but that offensive line has played fantastic. And I think the Panthers will get some good pressure, but I don't think we'll get the normal amount of Panthers pressure. The Niners, I think Bosa, D. Ford, Buckner, I think we get the normal amount of pressure to the quarterback out of the Niners. and that's the difference here. Them being home is also a difference. I think the Niners. It's going to be a good game. Niners edge them out. I'm really excited for this one.
You guys are doing the same thing that Richard Sherman said not to do.
Believe in I've been picking the Niners.
True, but he said not to. But
he's going to do it.
I should be taking the 49ers right here. They're clearly the better team, but I'm going to take the Panthers trying to gain some more points. You got Christian McCaffrey coming off. He's got fresh legs. Fresh legs. That's all I got.
And shoulders.
Schroeder's.
And back.
So I think, if they're going to win, Christian McCaffrey's got to do everything he's been doing plus more. Low-scoring game, taking the Panthers.
I don't think we get great quarterback play in this one. I think both quarterback. I don't think they're going to be terrible.
The ball.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then the Panthers definitely win it. But
Niners can run it.
I mean, they can run it, but I mean, if you're
that's why they've been successful.
Like the Panthers,
I think Garoppolo makes one extra play than Kyle Allen. I don't think they play either of them. They're not going to play terrible games. I don't think they're going to play good games. Kind of in the middle.
The Niners'
there.
offense is about running the ball.
Yeah, but I trust McCaffrey a little more than I do.
I mean, they got
and Breida's beat up a little bit.
Niners got a bunch of weapons. I'm telling you over here.
Change your mind over there?
No, I'm picking. No.
Okay, Pete.
Okay, all right, okay.
Devin Coleman's got fresh legs.
It's true. Next game is the Browns and the Patriots.
Well, okay.
I think it'll be closer than you think over there.
Really?
No, not really.
So.
I think Belichick's going to...
Whoa. We're moving
Bye
on.
week.
We're moving on. No, we're not.
Belichick's just going to outcoach the piss out of Freddie Kitchens over there.
We throw me off here with when we all pick right off the bat.
Sorry.
Did you see when Belichick was like laughing on the sideline about he's like the flags?
Oh yeah.
It
was a smirk.
Gaze kept declining, and the clock just kept running. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta go. The Patriots are just. People are making fun of them, saying they can't be the best team and they have like the easy schedule, but you can just see like how much more dominant they are than everybody else. I mean, other teams have played easy teams too, and they're just dominant right now. Best defense right now. It's ridiculous. Belichick just running that defense is so impressive.
They got a new weapon over there too.
And they got Mohamed Sanu. We'll see how much of an impact he makes right away. I'd imagine it wouldn't be too hard for him to make one on the Patriots, but I got the Patriots. It'll be something though if the Browns win this one. There's going to be.
Would they be back?
I think that's what I was getting to. I think everyone, in the media and the NFL world, I would think they're back and there'd be so much hype again. So it'd be pretty wild if they pulled this one off. Being in New England does not help their case though. But all of us for the Patriots.
I think if healthy, the Patriots have like the best receiving. That receiving core is insane.
Yeah.
If healthy.
Definitely the deepest too.
Wow.
Next game, we got the Raiders and the Texans. Is that not even the one that it was? Okay. The Raiders and the Texans here. This will be my squeaker. This will be my squeaker of the week.
Wow.
This is a tough one to pick. I think I'm just gonna start it off and say who I'm picking. I'm gonna pick the Texans in this one. But I think it'll be close. I think it's really, it's a tough matchup for the Texans. I think the Raiders will be able to have really no problem on offense, but then at the same time, I think the Texans will have no problem on offense. In them being at home, and then Deshaun Watson, I like a little more than Derek Carr here. So my worry is the running game, and that's always my worry with the Texans. They don't. Carlos Hyde has to have a big game. They gotta. Sometimes they do, but they really have to get some sort of run game going because Josh Jacobs will run pretty well. Shootouts. I'll take the Texans, but this is a tough game. This is one of the tougher ones to pick. I think it is the toughest game to pick, and that's why I'm saying it's a squeaker.
Taking the Texans.
Okay.
At home. Bounce back.
Give me it. Give me them. Give me those home team.
Yeah, give me over there as well.
Man, everyone's acting like it's nothing now.
I don't think it's really that tough, honestly.
I think it's the closest game of the week, toughest game to pick.
If Raiders were home, I would say, yeah, definitely. But Texans are home, and they've been struggling, and they need a game to bounce back, and I think this would be it.
We're going to do it up.
I think it's a good one. Good old shootout.
I think it's going to be high scoring.
I trust Gruden in the game plan a little more than Bill O'Brien, though, at the same time. That's why I'm back and forth on it. But Texans being home and having Deshaun Watson, that is the edge. But the Texans really need some sort of run game. That trade for Duke Johnson not looking too good right now. The Packers and the Chiefs.
Matt Moore's Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chosen ones.
Is he? He's the chosen one?
No, Packers are the chosen ones.
Golden Boys.
Golden Boys, yeah.
Who's everybody going with here?
Packers.
Packers.
The chosen ones?
Chosen ones.
Everyone's picking at once. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Packers. All of us for the Packers, the chosen ones of the season. But I don't want to take anything away. They're playing just fantastic. Both sides of the ball. Yeah, defense slipped up against the Raiders a little bit, but yeah, against Matt Moore. I guess the only thing, it looks like it should be a pretty easy game for the Packers. It's just the only thing is you don't really know what the game plan for because it's going to be a totally different look Chiefs team. I keep saying every week they're going to use Damian Williams more, and they just don't. I'm thinking they got to use Damian Williams a little more. He's going to be a factor. We'll see, but the Packers are better on both sides of the ball in this game, so that's definitely why I'm going with Green Bay here, though. But that some primetime game. It would have been great if Mahomes never got hurt, but yeah. All of us for the Packers. Next game, Monday night, another great Monday night game. The Dolphins and the Steelers.
Barn burner.
You think they flex this one out?
I think it's too early for the flexing.
It's too late.
Too late?
I'm saying too late to
in the week.
Flex, in the week to flex it.
Early.
Yeah. I'm saying too early, and usually they wait a few more weeks before they start flexing. And then I know they've flexed them already, but like the primetime ones, the big time games I'm talking about. I'm gonna take the Steelers in this one though. I think they have a hell of a day running the ball. James Conner and Benny Snell. I think they run wild. I mean they're the better team, even though they've really struggled this year. They're the better team. The Dolphins got somebody new sitting out hurt. Whether it's on purpose or not, whatever. But the Dolphins want to lose this game. And they're going to. The Steelers win it.
Steelers winning it.
Steelers winning it.
Not a lot to say. I do think James Conner will run heavy. Early and often. Everywhere. All over the field.
They'll be heavy petting, all right.
Heavy petting. What does that mean exactly? Break that down.
You'll see.
Okay.
It's going to be coming from James Conner. So just keep an eye out for that.
I wonder if this is gonna be like the lowest viewed Monday night game of all time. I mean, it's that rough.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Genesis halftime show and the Monday Night Mike. I'm pumped for those.
No, just no.
Can you just get rid of the stupid Genesis halftime show? It's the worst thing of all time.
The worst part is I keep watching it too, and I have no idea why. I really have no clue. There's your bye teams. It's the Cowboys and the Ravens. Who wins the bye week, fellas?
I'm going to say the Cowboys win the bye week. If I'm the Ravens, you just won. You just had a nice commanding victory. You want to keep rolling. Yeah. I mean, that's just process of elimination.
But the Cowboys just had a commanding victory.
The Ravens, they needed a game like this. They needed one. The Cowboys, they lost a fluke loss to the Jets last week. Then they come back and win. Okay, they bounce back. But, the Ravens needed this.
I'm going to take the Ravens.
Ooh.
That win the bye week. The Cowboys the bye week does nothing for the Cowboys. It's just they're just random. Like which Cowboys team's going to show up? The bye week does nothing. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson did a lot of running in that last game, and he needs a rest after that one. I mean he can keep going really if he had to, but the rest it helps. It's better there. So and then Marcus Peters more time to. I think he's got it down how to play corner for it, even though it's a pretty similar defense, but more time to figure it out. I'm going to go with the Ravens here.
He's got to learn how to tackle, though.
Taking the Ravens as well. Need some fresh legs over there. A lot of running.
Yeah.
Extra week to prepare.
All right, Pete's favorite time of the week.
My favorite time of the week. There's only 2 bye week teams. Wow. Cowboys.
Who's your favorite?
Jalen Smith.
Favorite player is Jalen Smith on the Cowboys.
Anybody
new to this video is probably so confused right now.
Well, it's okay because Pete doesn't like making decisions like this, so we'll explain it to you. We just have him pick his favorite player
Jalen Smith
instead of picking who wins the bye week.
And Hollywood Brown.
Ooh,
Hollywood. All right. Well, that's gonna do it. We're back every single week with our picks. We also have score predictions. I do those every Wednesday. For every game, Junior has his score predictions on the Patreon. There's a link towards the top of the description. You can check that out, and you can gain playoff predictions, mock drafts, and more every week. So a lot going on here. Getting closer to the trade deadline, so we should have some more trade breakdown videos, grades. We already have some up. We got recast power ranks. We got all of it. Everything. It's all here at the Goat House.
All the loots.
Please subscribe. Click the like button. Join us next time. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.